Okay, I think I have sound now. I'll wait a couple seconds to see, but okay, I went through the entire spiel already, so I'll go through that again in a second. So I make sure the sound's working. Sound working. Okay. Well, hello again. I guess, God, I just wasted 3 minutes talking to myself. Well, hey all, I'm doing, today we're doing the, what do they call it, Indiana Mud Mermaids. A cryptid from Indiana around 1890. Um, Basically, the description in the newspaper sounded to me a lot like an alligator with a human face and fur. So that is the basis I'm going on for the design. Basically, I think the reporting mostly came from one sheriff's description of them, but there were numerous kind of newspaper reports for, I think, a couple years around the time people saw them. And there very well may have been a Scooby-Doo about something like this. That's one thing I like Scooby-Doo monster design. That's one thing I never really got into. I don't know it too well. Ghost of Gator Ghoul? It had an alligator that walked around, so yeah, it's pretty close. Let's see, it has pointy ears. Let's see if I can get the actual description up again. Creature is horrible in appearance, amphibious in nature, huge lizard with human features. Skip ahead, skip ahead. About 5 feet long, 150 pounds, yellow in color, forelegs resembling that of a human being, hind legs taper to a point, or back of the hind legs taper to a point. That's the part I'm not sure on. And then goes on, hands are webbed with sharp claws, and a mass of straggling coarse hair. Yep, different creature. Let's see, creeping. Oh, I definitely haven't watched the new Scooby-Doo, so if it's from that, I have not seen it. Oh! I don't want to rip these guys off, but I actually like the way these look. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of lore to this one. Yeah, I can definitely see it being a little ninja-y. Hopefully once the fur gets there, it won't be as similar. Hmm. Alligators are one of my favorite things to draw. I don't know why, but the body shape is just cool looking to me. Hello, Gladys. The fur probably a dark brown because in all reality it's probably a log. Gladys, today I'm drawing the, what do I call this thing? The Indiana Mud Mermaid. It was a cryptid from the turn of the century that some people claim to have seen. Basically, it's an alligator man. I do draw other beasts and things. Actually, if you go to the description, there is a link to my blog. I've been doing that off and on for a couple years. I do mostly folklore, cryptids. I'll do some random stuff too, just whatever kind of feel like drawing for the day. I'll find something that matches it. So that one, I waited a year in advance to do the big mouth Billy Bass just because I had planned it out before I stopped doing it for the longer hiatus that I took. So I still just ended up doing it for my own personal blog because I felt bad about missing it, and then by the time it finally rolled around this year to actually post it, I was so happy. Wait, what did I? No. I don't think I have done Fenris yet. I can definitely add that into the docket. I've definitely drawn some wolves. Tumblr does not have a great archive system, so I can't really point you to anything directly. Let's see what happens when I punch in wolf. Wolf. Oh man, I've not drawn a lot of wolves apparently. Or at least most of the things are half wolf, half something else. Definitely do more Norse in general. They have a lot of cool monsters in their mythology. I've done Serpopard. No, don't worry, I know many typos if I can do in a minute. Yeah, I've done Serpopard. I don't think I've done any of the other ones, actually. I haven't done Clown yet. That could be a good one for next year's, either April Fool's or Halloween. I like to find something fun to do, too. Because there aren't a ton of monsters that are actually associated with Halloween, surprisingly. Like, either the classic or the traditional, or, like, movie monsters these days, you've got some. Camelopard is just another word for giraffe, isn't it? I think that's what the Greeks used to call it. Yeah, but I like the Serpard because no one really knows about them. They were just in art, so we don't have the information, but we know they were there. Yeah, they were really cool, and I don't know, it's a combination you'd think you would see more, cat and snake or something like that, but it's not really that common either. It's like the two things you combine with everything else, but never get combined together themselves. Well, I might just draw a platypus for fun. Ratatoskr I did do, and I'm actually going to redo soon, so that one's going to be coming up. I actually want to make a pin of that one, but pins are expensive. Which is the good time to promote. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/TAShepherd. If that gets high enough, I will start making pins. But yeah, in the meantime, I have done a Ratatoskr as just an entry for the blog. Redo the colors a little bit. Lighter, more yellow. Phoenix I did recently. That was actually when I came back from my hiatus. I am the kind of dork who would do a Phoenix as the first thing back, as I've been rising from the flames. Yeah, I don't know if I can drop links in the blog, but if you go, again, the description has the link, and you can just punch in these dudes and see them. Otherwise, I would drop the link myself. Can I? Let me find out if I can. Okay, no, yeah, link works. Okay, yeah, there's the Phoenix in the chat. I've probably done centaur-like creatures. The only result is Nuka-Levi, which is almost a centaur. In my spare time, I draw weird centaurs, like, when I started streaming on Twitch, before I moved over to YouTube, I did a gorilla and a car centaur, which I thought was the stupidest thing I could come up with in the course of an afternoon. Oh, wrong layer. Actually, the weirdest centaur I have ever seen. There was an Arkansas school that had the Wampus Cat as a mascot, and the Wampus Cat is just a kind of werecat from early American mythology, folklore kind of thing. But the mascot of the school is a body of a cougar with the 4 legs and the tail and all that, and then the part that should be a human is just more cougar. It's like a weird cougar centipede looking thing. Like, yeah, but see, now I just want to draw centaurs now. I want to finish this up and jump into something. I don't think I'll do it today, but if you keep up with me, I might start doing just weird centaurs as a art project on separate from this. Yeah, I definitely want to look into that further. I think I wouldn't be the first person, I'm sure, but Weird Centaur definitely seems like something fun I could do. They have like Mermaid and Inktober. There's some months that could just be Weird Centaur that do a different one every day. July, Centaur August. Centaur August? No. I will definitely say the best thing you can do to improve drawing humans or anything is just do it every day for a long time. Because my blog was originally a daily thing for the first year, and if you look at the art from when I started to by the time I finished 366 days later, it's almost unrecognizable to me. What does Sagittarius look like? Oh. Oh, I see what you... what is that? Hey, that would work, definitely. Sagittarius... That's something I haven't done for a while, is the horoscope animals. I think I did like 2 of them, and I meant to do all 12 by the time I finished the year out, and I never got to it. Wait, what do I do? Screen, normal. Okay, I think we can make this work into something. Sagittarius. November 23rd through December 21st. I'm gonna think about that. Scribble. I'm still just trying to think if there are any months that work as a pun, and I'm not coming up with any. September. February? It didn't miss much as far as me rambling. I guess the art moved on forward. Okay, there we go, Targist. So either in August or in November, there will be a month just dedicated to weird centaurs. Or maybe I'll just do that in the middle. August was named after a Roman emperor. Wait. I think YouTube is cutting out some of the things it's showing me you guys are saying. I feel like I'm looking at half a conversation right now. So if I missed anything, I apologize. I don't like this so much. Good swampy color. There. Actually, just do a little quick research for something. I'm going to look at Drupal. You've asked before if these backgrounds mean anything. In this case, what I am doing is tracing the Ohio River where these guys were supposedly seen. Yeah, if you go through all the old entries, it's a fun game of does this actually mean anything or did I just make random geometric shapes? 90% of the time it's going to be the latter. But every now and then I'll sneak something in. Sorry, I had my pen in my mouth. That was bad for the stream. Okay, there we have the Mud Mermaid. I'll have the entry up a little bit on the blog. Thanks for checking out the stream. We did some good work today vis-a-vis Centaurgist. I definitely want to pursue that. I'll have to figure out something to do later, but I like the idea of doing that. So thank you for that. Should be back on a normal schedule now. Last week was really iffy, but I think we're back to what should pass for normal lately. And so I will be back Wednesday for the next monster. Thanks again. Talk to y'all later.